this next one is truly special. Sony, the company Sony, the multi-billion-dollar company Sony, came out with a smart wig, and
Wait, those two words just feel like they shouldn't go together.
yeah, so it is.
What is a smart wig?
Oh, okay. I'm glad you asked.
Mm-hmm.
Because a smart wig is a wig equipped with a hidden circuit board that vibrates when you get a notification. Okay. Wait. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Don't make me laugh.
Okay.
All right. So when you get a notification, your head will vibrate. Oh, wait. Stop making me laugh. So your head will vibrate when you get a notification on a separate device. So it's not like someone could text your wig, because that would be stupid. This is for when you get a text message on your phone and maybe you missed it. Okay, so
your fucking head buzzes.
okay. Oh man. Okay.
Why would you want that? Oh, because if you already have to wear a wig, just tuck the phone under your wig, man. Stick it to your head.
So the intention with it was to try to make a smartwatch for your head. So I guess in a later, if it had been successful, in a later iteration, the same way that you tap your smartwatch for different apps,
Don't say it.
You could go ahead and hit your own head for whatever you wanted to get to, maybe your calendar or something.
Okay, is it I can't ask this question. Is it an actual wig, like with hair, or is it something you attach to the bottom of a wig?
It looks like it's a whole wig.
Oh, so does it come in different styles, different hair colors, and
I don't know if they ever got that far. But they said that the wig could also include GPS with different regions buzzing to give navigation cues.
Oh my God.
So if the right side of your head buzzed, you need to take a right.
Man, you gotta be careful that if you have your wig on wrong, you're gonna be going the wrong way. Oh
yeah, not only do you have your wig all wrong, but now you're in a bad neighborhood.
You're in a bad neighborhood. And you look all messed up.
You don't even look cute in this bad neighborhood you just walked in.
You're getting heckled at the very least. Oh
man. And they were also going to integrate a camera so that I guess you could see people as they roasted you when you walk by. If you wanted to watch it later when you took your wig off, if your own eyes weren't enough.
Oh.
There was also
you hurt my lungs with the smart wig.
Oh. There was also talk of including a laser pointer.
For what purpose?
So the and I'm reading from the filing now, the filing of their patent. You ever had an idea that you did need a patent? You're just like, yeah, we're good. You don't need to put a patent on that pickle and peanut butter sandwich. Okay.
Stop reading for 1 second. Let me take a drink of water because I know I won't be able to. Oh.
All right.
Oh my God. Okay.
So in their filing, they claim that a wig is the perfect hiding place for delicate electronics.
So now it's a purse for your head.
Yeah, it's a purse for your head.
Oh.
You can keep your credit cards in it. You could keep.
You ever wish your fanny pack was strapped to your fucking forehead? Well, there you go, idiot.
All right. And then it's because humans tend to instinctively protect their heads more than other body parts. So because you block like your head first from an assault. And which here to their point, that's fair. No one ever gets swung on and immediately puts their hands over their pockets. All right.
Here's the thing though, they waited too late to pitch that idea. Because that's an actual now you're pitching me an actual psychological human thing about why it's good to hide a thing in your head.
Also, it's funny because now if you get in like a cat fight at a bar, she won't just mess you up. She'll steal your identity. She'll steal all your information because she snatched that wig so fast.
Well, the other thing is too, okay, I'm assuming it's meant to be secretive. So now let's say your valuables are stored in your wig. And then just because you're going to protect your head when someone attacks you doesn't mean you're going to prevent them from hurting you. So now they potentially actually hurt you. And now also your phone's broken.
Yeah.
Because they just punched you in your phone head. So you can't call for help now.
So. And
you also just don't get to follow. Their first thing to pitch can't be like, it makes your head buzz when you get a text.
Okay. So wait. This oh God. Okay. I think this is the topper. So when they were utilizing it, I guess in beta.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this was an aspect of it. I didn't even know it could do this, but I guess they made an extension to the wig. So you could, at one point, you could give presentations and switch sides by touching your sideburns.
Wait. What? Switch sides with what? What are you talking about?
So I think they hooked up the wig plus patent-made sideburns to a computer. Okay. And then anytime the presenter wanted to switch slides, they would just rub their sideburns to switch slides on the PowerPoint.
Okay. honestly, I feel better now, because at first, what you made me think at first was that the wig was also a projector. So you'd be in an office just beaming out the PowerPoint of your forehead, and then using your laser pointer to point at stats you want, and then tapping your. Oh, good. Oh.
No,
man.
the real thing was about as dumb as that.
No, it's still dumb. I was just relieved that it was just linking up to a computer. Still, though, the remote sideburns. Because now it's also, if you want to use all this stuff, you got to have a specific look.
You gotta have a specific head.
You have a specific head. You basically have to look like a pimp from the 70s. Like, if you you clearly need a big head of hair and big ass sideburns. You gotta look like. Oh my god!
Imagine someone slapping their own head like update. Why won't you update?
Yeah, and I'll email that you later. I'm locked out of my wig right now, so I can't get you.
Yeah. I was sweating and caused a short circuit in my bangs. So.
And what happens if it rains?
I think you get electrocuted.
I can't tell the story is hilarious or heartbreaking. I think you'll decide. There's a pastor in Colorado that scammed his congregation out of $3.2 million. No, it's a heartwarming story. It was all for crypto. He made a coin. And he passed it off to his congregation, saying that the Lord wanted to bless them. And then they invested. And then he's now been caught and is being charged with fraud. And he pocketed 1.3 million of the 3.2 million. And so he came out and he made a video, and in the apology video, he is very honest. He's like, listen, the Lord spoke to my wife and I and said to, make this coin and everything. And I even said to God, I like how he acts like God is a guy, just like, and that he's a guy that he can't get on the phone right now, that was talking wild a couple weeks ago. And so he's like, and then look, I was even asking God, because I'm not even omniscient like God is. I'm not over here like God. And I even asked God, I was like, where's the liquidity going to come from? And honestly, if your pastor ever says liquidity to you, that should be the first sign to run. Run as fast as you can, as far away as possible. And so he's like, I even asked God, where's the liquidity gonna come from? And God said, trust me. And so then I immediately told you it would be fine. That's my bad. I want you to know, out of that 1.3 million that my wife and I pocketed, 500,000 went to the IRS, which is a meaningless detail, by the way. Like, yes, you paid your taxes, but that's just a weird thing that the pastor did to be like, hey, look, while we're being honest, I got fucked too, okay? IRS really get everybody, don't they? It's like, as much as we hate the IRS, you're not going to flip this around on them right now. And then he got caught, and he's like, yes, we did spend it on some trips and a home renovation that the Lord told us to do. And I'm starting to think that Lord is just some guy's last name to him. Just a Marcus Lord that does a lot of cocaine. It's like, I got a new coin. You should tell your peeps, you should get them in on it. Because I've read a good portion of the Bible, and I don't know. No, like, I'm not saying I'm smarter than everyone that was in the congregation.
I'm expressly not saying that. Like, but it is a thing where it's like if you read the Bible, what he's saying will be weird. You know what I mean? Like, if you read the Bible and you have a general understanding of it, when a guy comes to you and he's like, listen, the Lord about them gains, okay? I think it makes it easier for you to be like, oh, I think this guy is full of shit. Thank you. That's a scary thing, though, is that like there's a blurred line now, blurred almost to the point of being indistinguishable between like pastors and influencers. You know what I mean? Like a pastor used to be, at least where I come from, a pastor used to at least be poor. You know what I mean? When a pastor is poor, they're very easy to believe. Because you see how poor they are, and they're like, oh, you really about that life. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like a poor pastor is like it's like a gang member that has been shot a few times, where you can see the lumps. And you're like, oh, you're really dangerous, okay. A pastor that's poor makes a more convincing argument. Because even when you try to check their work, you're like, if nothing else, even if they are absolutely out of their mind, they at least believe this because they're willing to dedicate their whole life to, and to it exactly, to it only, right? To whatever mission they feel like God has led them to. They're willing to focus solely on that to the point of being completely removed from the world, right? So any worldly thing doesn't affect them. They have no interest in it. They're only focused on whatever the thing is. Maybe it's helping people. Maybe it's spreading the word. Maybe it's knocking on doors at 6 a.m. or like, whatever they feel led to do. And then a rich pastor tells, like a rich pastor has a more alluring argument. Because a rich pastor rolls up in a Rolls Royce in a $10,000 suit with a $200,000 watch and a pinky ring. Like, the amount of pastors dressing like pimps needs to be talked about. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's too many wires crossing with, like, I'll see a pastor dressed fully like Don Bishop Juan, and I'll be like, oh, yes, you are pimping your congregation. Like, yes, I get it. Wow. And in their faces, too, you're brazen with it because you dress rich in front of them, and they're poor to make you rich. And wow, that is ballsy. Maybe you do have God's protection. That's crazy that you're going to do that in their face. And then you tell them what you buy. If you see these televangelists, they tell the people what they bought with the money that they said was going to missions and to... Because when the plate is getting passed around, it's so that we can help the poor and that we can spread the word and that we can, sort of build up the church to have things for you as a community. One of the only reasons to have church is for a community. It doesn't even have to be fully like-minded people. It could just be people that you feel like safe and in communion with. And so, yes, sometimes everybody pulls their money together and then they're like, what would be great is a rec center for the kids. And then a church will put all their money into building a building that could be a rec center for the kids so that they don't get in trouble. There are lots of things and ways that churches spend money that I do think are good. And so when I see like a mega church's facilities, I'm not immediately skeptical. It's when I see the person and he's dressed so much like a pimp. Like, I cannot stress this enough. It is full pimp outfit. Like, it's to the point of tacky. Like, we're not even talking about just because he has a suit. I'm talking about he has like, they are all stopping short of a cane. Like, every
They're millionaires in your face, and they're telling you, I have all this stuff because, because God blessed me with this jet. I purchased this jet for the Lord, so I could fly from place to place quicker, spreading the message. And I would even believe that if we didn't have Zoom. If Zoom was not a thing, I would get a pastor being like, I have to get over there to spread the word as quickly as possible. They don't know. They have no idea. And it's not like we can send them a telegram or something. It's not like there's been iterations of communication for decades that would negate me buying a jet to fly it to, I'm not going to tell you where. Like, how did we get here? And look, it is probably, it's probably an easy thing to have happen. It is. It's probably, I think that I'm trying to be gracious for a second. I really am. I'm trying to extend an olive branch for a second and just, no, just hear me out. I do think that there's something that speaks to these pastors, but I think what has happened is that they have mistaken God for their intrusive thoughts. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know all of you, I don't know, exactly what your lives are like. I don't know if you grew up with religious or not, or what religion or anything. I'm just saying, as individuals, every single one of us here, if we were to lead a congregation and we were to pass around a jar or a plate, collection plate, anything like that, and everybody gave something because we made a compelling case that it is your job as a citizen of the world to help people that you may never meet, right? Is your actual duty as a living, breathing, empathetic individual that you have to do something. If someone somewhere is hurting, you don't need to know them, and you don't need to know why they got there. That's none of your business. It's important to help someone. And then the plate gets passed around, and you make such a compelling argument that everybody puts, $1, $5, $10, or like the Bible says, 1/10 of their income to help the poor. And then church is over. Everybody leaves, and then you go to the back office where they have piled up all the money, and you do look at it and go, nigga, we rich. I mean, wow. Oh, we really cooking right now. Oh, man, I get the pinky with the I'm not going to get the cane, that's too much, but just looking at a pile of money, a pile of envelopes with 1/10 of someone's paycheck in order for them to either spread the word of God or help people that they will never meet, build a well, do something so it matters that we were here, right? And then you see the money and it's stacked pretty high because it's a big church. And you look at all that money and it's hard not to be like, game time? That's a tough thing. A friend said to me today, because I was telling him about the story, and he said to me that if churches did what they were supposed to do, we might not have much homelessness. You know what I mean? Like if churches were really about it, in a compelling way, in a way that was genuinely uncomfortable. In a way that was like, I'm gonna tell you a story, and you're gonna judge me, but it's fine. I was at a theater when I first moved to Chicago. And when I first moved to Chicago, I didn't have any money, right? And I especially did not have much to spare. But I was at a show, and I was at that show because it was free. So it was a free midnight show that I loved so much. I made sure to go there every Thursday night because I knew it was a free show. I could do something. I could meet other comics. I could, learn by watching them and everything, because everyone on the show was incredibly funny. It's actually a sketch show, ironically enough. And there was a person that came in, and she came in and she clearly had nothing, right? Her clothes were torn and everything. Her hair was a little messed up, and she had a little bit of a limp. And she was asking people for change. And you gotta remember, this is like a kind of swanky place. Like, it has a little bit of that underground grunge feel to it, but it's also like a nice place with a nice bar and everything. And so everybody was like, no, 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 no. And everyone was varying degrees of like just ignoring, politely saying no, being aggressive, get out of here sort of thing. And then someone came and they asked her to leave, right? And so I see all that happen. I'm sort of sitting in the back towards where the showroom is, and then this was all happening towards the front. She didn't get far in. I watch the show, and I'll be honest, I didn't really think about it while I was watching the show. I was thinking about what an incredible show this was, how thankful I was that it was free and everything. And then the show lets out. And I guess because a couple hours had passed, she gave it another try. So she came in, she was asking people for change, and once again, it was varying degrees of not looking at her, asking her to leave them alone and everything, politely saying no. And so then I had about like $3 in my pocket. And so I saw her the second time, and I felt so bad about how the first time went, and that I didn't do anything, that I went ahead and I gave her the $3. And when I gave her the $3, she took it and she looked at me and she said, "Oh, thank you so much." And then she jumped and hugged me tight. And what should have been a sweet moment was mainly just me being like, "Oh my God, oh 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 my God, oh, 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 oh." And then she walked off, happy as could be, walked out of the venue. And then I was like, I gotta wash my hands, I gotta wash my hands, I gotta wash my hands, I gotta wash my hands. And I think that, you know, I look back at that, and I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of how I reacted or anything. But that does feel like what church should feel like. Like, instead of just being boring, it should be like, oh my God. Oh wow. Everybody really is welcome. Oh jeez. All right. Cool. Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I think I'm just at this point where I'm fed up with a lot of things. Like I think that I don't think I'm crazy. I don't think that I'm a crazy person.
It's great that you're saying this in kind of a whisper, too.
No, but...
Hey, listen. I don't think I'm crazy, okay? I don't think I'm crazy. No one can tell me that I'm crazy.
So basically, kind of off the cusp of what we talked about before on the Patreon and stuff like that, I've been going to the gym, and I've seen increasingly, there's just a wave. There's an epidemic in this country at this moment of people...
I think.
Of people who genuinely want to be bigger people than they are. Like, I know my body size. I know my body type. I know that the best thing I can do is gain about 10 pounds. I gain about 10 pounds, of muscle, and I hold it for the rest of my life, I'm doing really well, because I'm not a tall enough guy to be a big guy. That's not who I am.
Right.
I'm not a huge man. Okay. So I don't lift like a huge man would lift. I don't try to pick up 300, pounds and put it on my chest or lift it with my legs or move it at all. If I see 300 pounds, I leave it alone. I've been very good at leaving 300 pounds alone my entire life. My entire life, I've seen 300 pounds worth of stuff and I haven't touched it.
This whole rant has the energy of someone called you small yesterday.
No.
Someone just like, oh, you're little. And you've been like, listen, I don't need to lift those big weights, okay? Doesn't matter, okay? I don't need to. I know I'm not big. I don't need it. I'm comfortable with me. I don't need to lift it. You get out of here.
Everything that you say is true except for somebody calling me small. I'm very comfortable in my body. I know who I am. I like who I am. And I don't need to lift ridiculous amounts of weight just to prove something. Like, honestly, when you lift like that, all you're doing is practicing pushing people away in your life. That's all you're getting stronger for.
Jesus.
That if you were pushing 500 pounds, I bet you could push a sibling away.
Well, so now I want to be clear now too. Are you against anyone just trying to get bigger that way, or are you mainly just coming down on the people who clearly are trying, but they're skipping too many steps?
I'm coming down on people who lift wrong. There's a lot of people out here that are like, if I moved it an inch, I did the whole rep, and that's not life. Yes.
Well, that's like when we watch, if you ever watch those videos, we've watched a couple of the gym fail compilation stuff, and we just did a thing on Patreon about it a little bit, and it's like, most of those people who like fall down right away or pass out, it's because like, your body doesn't want to do that. Your body shut down because you decided to skip from 200 to 300.
So there was this man in the gym that this is also a very dumb thing to have happen because it's wholly unnecessary because even the gym wasn't equipped for it. Okay, so the gym doesn't have like a trap bar, right? It doesn't have one of those hex bars that you. So I went to this gym and it's very minimal, right? And this person took the long bar, like the bar for squatting and bench pressing and everything. And this person, I don't know what his plan was. I really don't. But it's so stupid. And I should have just been recording him. Anyway, so
that would be the next step of evolution in the show.
Yeah, because now I have to explain a thing that's so dumb. I'm going to sound dumb saying it. So
that's going to be fun for me. So
what he did was he took the 2 bars that are for squatting or bench pressing, and he put weight on either side of those bars. Then he stood in the middle of each of those bars and tried to pick them both up. Like he was standing in a hex bar, which if you don't know what a hex bar is, it's a way for you to deadlift where the bar, instead of being one long strip, it's all around you.
It's a hexagon around you.
Yeah. This man took a bar here and a bar here and put weight on either side of them, and then was trying to deadlift them up each. To
explain it, it's as if he took weightlifting bars, but like he put them down like skis.
He put them down like skis, and then
on
he tried
either
to
side of him to reach down to pull them up. And I'm assuming were these like regular length like bench bars?
Yeah, regular length bench bars, which is insane.
Wow.
So then
the confidence that you will be able to balance that perfectly.
So then
with only your wrists,
this dude then stands up. So he does do the rep. I gotta give him full credit. He did the rep. But what he ends up doing after that is each bar in his hand starts like swinging. Like it starts like swinging one side of that. So now he's shifting his weight to try to balance them, which you don't even have to do. Jesus. You did the rep.
Let it go. You could drop it. It would make a loud
So he did the rep
noise.
and he's just holding them now. And then
He
they're
did
just...
the rep. I think what he was trying to do is do the rep and then shrug it. I think he was trying to stand up and then shrug.
Oh, do a little shrug.
But as he's trying to shrug it, he like knocks him off balance. So now he just looks like the world's worst juggler. Like nothing's leaving his hands, but everything's moving. And people are starting to get concerned. Like, you don't want to get close enough to actually spot him, but you kind of, if he had two friends, first of all, if he had two friends, he wouldn't have done this. But if he had two friends, they could have run up and grabbed the bar and taken each one out of his hand and told him that he was an idiot. But because he doesn't, he's just sort of swinging both bars and then is turning as he swings because now he's truly off balance. Right?
It's like those videos you see of bridges that go crazy, you know?
Yeah, those bridges that
they wobble and they just freak the hell out.
Yeah. So then he's like this, and he starts banging into a couple things like some benches and stuff because the whole area is not wide enough for him to be doing this. And so then he bangs into a couple things, and he finally is like, I should set these down, and you can see just
I should stop.
You can see the strain on his face as he's trying to set them down where they're also uneven, and he just refuses to drop them because I guess that would be in poor taste. And so he finally sets them down. When he stands back up after that, if you want to call it a rep, he is so genuinely lightheaded. Like, bro, I could see it. I was like, this dude wants to pass out. This dude wants to pass out so bad. And if nothing else but the sheer... Like a man's ego is an incredibly powerful thing.
For sure.
An ego will give you the strength to lift that, but it will also remind you of how embarrassing it would be to pass out to the point where you force oxygen into your brain so you don't pass out. This dude was wobbling. He wobbled to the water fountain, and then he stayed at the water fountain for quite a while and then just didn't drink any water. This dude was leaning on the water fountain for strength.
Because he knew bending over the rest of the way would take him down. That's where his body would give up to actually get to the drink.
Yeah, if I actually stand up from this water fountain, I'll just pass out and bang my head on this water fountain.
Wow. I do wonder sometimes. Like, I don't go to the gym often, so I don't have. That's why I don't know a lot of gym stories when Josh brings it up. But there is always that. There's always people. And did this guy too seem like actually kind of in shape too?
No, he was in shape. That's why.
See, that's always that. And that's always the mind blowing part too. It's always really in shape people. But you see everything they do is a buck wild choice, and obviously that's not how you set that up. Don't do it that way.
Don't ever.
And you're like, how did you avoid injury long enough to get in good shape? It's like they seem like they got lucky for so long, and you're catching the one. Or is that every time? Does this guy feel like he's about to pass out every goddamn time? And in his mind, he's like, man, that's a hell of a workout. One rep makes you want to pass out.
Can you imagine almost passing out and then having to, in your head, go, oh, one.
Day's just getting started.
Yeah.
Set one, rep one down.
I also love the... it was deeply uncomfortable. So, if someone actually listens to this podcast that does CrossFit, I'm sure they'll correct us in some way or fashion. But to my knowledge, and I just call them CrossFit pull-ups because they're wrong, and I've only ever seen people who do CrossFit do them. Okay? Have you seen the pull-up where you're just fully using momentum to get the next rep, so it just looks like you're chest bumping the bar, like you're just riding?
Yeah.
I'm literally only ever seen people who I know do CrossFit do it that way. That's just, I don't know if that's how they teach you or if they just don't care and they count those as reps. But basically, I was watching this guy in the gym one time that was doing those, and there's a guy standing on the ground that's trying to use the pull down machine, and he is just catching whiffs of crotch at every rub with the bar. he's just like, and it's like he's like truly catching crotch in the ear, like just, and he's like trying to just do his reps, and you can tell he's just swallowing the anger. He's just like, oh, okay.
Huh. I don't know how more people don't just die in gyms, to be honest.
It's such a weird, the concept of a gym is wild, because you pay me the money and then you just free range. You can just go. But that doesn't mean you know how to work out. Like,
No, God, no.
I've even said that on stage before. I was like, you just took my money. I haven't graduated any program or anything.
Yeah.
So now I've just given you money to be allowed to hurt myself here.
You're good. Go in there. Throw around all those big, heavy circles. You got it, bud. I believe in you.
Yeah.
You're a sticker. Yeah.
And for $25.99, I'll believe in you a little bit extra every month with one of our specialized trainers.
Yep. And I'll be here every week in my polo doing this. Give a little thumbs up at you. And then once you walk away, I do not want to fucking hear from you again. Once you're in there with the big dangerous stuff, I don't want to hear from you. Get in there, fuck it up.
My friend in Chicago. Do you remember when I was in Chicago? I was at that Export Fitness.
I remember you talking about it. Yeah.
Okay, so I joined this Export Fitness gym when I lived in Chicago, and it was like, if I had been thinking, and if it had been any other time in my life, I wouldn't have done it, actually. Like, you join that gym, and they want all the money up front. There's no monthly plan. At least while I was there was no monthly.
Also, like for the year, you pay up front for a yearly
year
cost.
and a half up front. And
Damn.
It's wild. And then their January special, their like promotion that they do is that they'll give you. They say they're giving you like 4 months up to 6 months free, but you're not. That's just what you charge, and you're. Like if I divide it, I didn't save anything. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the promotion goes away, but it probably comes back. So this is just what you charge at this gym. Like, don't act like you're doing me some huge favor.
Right.
I said all that to say that when I was there was one guy who would always roast me because he wanted to train me. And so his sales tactic was to just belittle me every time he saw me.
Oh, yeah. You told me about this guy.
Yeah. So he would just roast me hard. He'd just be like, what's that, extra small? Like, just like everything about my shirts, about everything. And I was just like, nah, it's a regular small.
I'm comfortable with my size. I don't need to be in here lifting this heavy stuff.
Yeah.
This happened recently, everybody.
And this dude was torn, right? This dude was like Terry Crews levels torn. And he'd just be like, hey, I see you in this gym. I see you moving around. You can move a little weight, but you guessing. Why you guessing? Like, he would do that every time. I would come in. I would work out. I would know it was back day, so I would do only my back. And then just for fun, sometimes for cardio, I do the ropes. They have the ropes that you can do. You know, little like shaking the ropes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Shaking the ropes.
Yeah, it's like that. Isn't it a football thing? Don't you guys do that in football a lot?
It's for, I mean, not at my school. We didn't have big ropes, but yeah, for you, the big ass ropes you throw around. Rope shaking.
Rope shaking.
Yeah, do that.
And so I would do something like that, and anytime I turned around and I was doing an exercise that was outside the bounds of the body group I was working that day, that dude would I would just see him in the corner and he'd just be shaking his head. It's like it was the most
disappointed in you from afar.
Dude, it was the most flattered but bullied, but like it was insane, and it went on for months, dude. It went on for months. This dude, I would come in because I wasn't even coming in every day. There were some.
You gained like a high school athlete dad.
Yeah,
like you gave him, like he was disappointed in you that you weren't living up to the potential.
Yeah. This dude was
to make the
wild.
team. He expects more of you, Josh.
Yeah, and then he was like, what was he told me one time? He was like, oh man, I saw you in here one time. I saw you doing those tricep extensions. I was scared for your life. I was scared for your life. Okay?
I was scared for your life.
Because like you couldn't handle that weight. You couldn't handle it. And I thought your little arms were gonna snap in half. This dude was telling me this. And then I was like, hey, if you're so struggling, why didn't you help me? And he was like, I almost ran up to spot you, but sometimes people need to learn.
You need to let a dude die to learn his lesson.
I was like, why would I want to train with you if I know you almost let me hurt myself? And he was like, but I didn't let you hurt yourself because you didn't hurt yourself. I'm like, don't act like a guardian angel. Like,
yeah. Don't act like you could tell I was going to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because you were worried. Because that's how you started this.
Because the time that he's talking about, I couldn't even remember. So it's not like I almost died and he saw me and then he brought it up later. Whatever he's talking about, I was like, are you sure you're even talking about me? Like,
yeah.
Because also,
do all us littles look the same to you?
Yeah. Dude, does everyone under 6 feet, under 200 pounds look the same to you? You know? Which would be hilarious, by the way, is if you're such a big dude, if you walk around looking like Terry Crews and the rest of the world looks like minions to you.
All I see is forehead. I don't know. I can't. Everyone looks the same.
Whether they're 4 foot or they're 5 like 9, you're like, what? Dude, it was truly chaos. This dude he wouldn't follow me around. He would just always be there.
But he'd be watching from across the room.
This dude, and I never really looked out for him that much. Anytime I happened to see him was me looking back. Does that make sense? Like he was never in my field of vision.
Yeah.
He would just be, if I just happened to take a break, like I'm drinking water and I turn around, he's just in the distance in the gym, just like I've never seen someone try to sound me.
You can't even drink hard enough.
There's no one that's ever tried to sound me that hard.
Yeah,
because he told me, he was like, man, I can see you got a little shoulder, you got a little chest, it's just wasted potential.
Yeah, that's a real gym stepdad. That's a real,
yeah.
You know,
I was like, if anything, I can't work out with you now. You know that, right? Like, I can't.
Because even now, there's too much feeling involved.
This is too intense.
You're already too disappointed in me. I want to at least start a median with someone.
And then
slowly disappoint them over time.
And then there was at that gym, so much happened at that gym because there was a thing where if you open the wrong door, an alarm would sound, and for whatever reason they actually had to clear everybody out of the gym. So if you went out of one of those doors, you'd lose your membership, and it was written on the door. It was written on the door.
You lose your membership even?
You lose your membership.
Wow.
Because because they were only part of that building. And so I guess if you sound that alarm, you end up actually like having them make everyone evacuate that's in the building. I think outside the export.
Just because of that, just because that alarm goes off, they have to, like, by policy, get everyone out.
Because I asked it, because it was written on 5 doors. And I asked one of the guys one day, just one of the guys that worked there, I don't even know if he was a trainer, and I asked him why, and he was like, because once it goes off, it doesn't stop. Like, someone has to come, like, I guess you have to put a key in it, I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah, and sometimes the fire department's the one that has, like, that key.
Yeah, and so the worst part about that thing was they're the 5 doors that are, like, to the sidewalk. They're the most reasonable doors to exit.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I almost did it one time, and I'm surprised I never did it. But I watched a guy do it once, and you could just see his face. Like the color.
Did you lose your membership?
You lose your membership.
Wow.
The color just drained from his face, and he only cracked it, and it went off. And we all had to, like,
walk out, and I just left because I was like, I was almost done anyway. I'll just leave in these clothes.
Right.
I don't need this bad.
I feel like that's something that I know it's an emergency exit, so you can't block it. But I feel like you could put like one little yellow tape, caution thing just right across it.
Yeah.
That would stop people. That stops people, and that you can run through that in an emergency. That's not gonna hold anybody.
Yeah.
The gym is suddenly fully on fire in the middle, which would be hard to do. someone was working out so hard they burst into flames. Like that's that to happen.
One of the best workouts I saw someone do was there, and it was this guy. It was these two dudes who looked identical. Like one of them spotted me one time, and I guess I let it slip that I thought they were twins or something, and they were like, "No, we're just buddies." And it was so funny to me because they looked identical. It was like
really?
They looked like two Joe Rogans. Like two dudes that couldn't have, because they were both
Dos
bald.
Rogans?
They were both bald, and they both had the shoulders and everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, when they would work out, I'd love to see it, because at first I thought they were trolling, because this is the beginning of people putting those YouTube videos of them doing weird, annoying workouts.
Oh,
So
yeah. Screaming and shit.
these dudes were not trolling at all. Their workout grunt sounded like an injury, and it couldn't have been funnier. Every rep it was really one guy that did it more than the other guy, but every rep that this guy would do, he would go wait, don't make me laugh, stop. Okay, wait.
No one doing it.
Every rep he would go every rep. It didn't know if he was doing chest press. He would be doing chest press. He would be doing shoulder press. He would be doing like pull-ups, and he would go.
That sounds like you did something that pisses off your dad. Like he looks like he's like, "Aw, come on, I gotta fix this now."
And the worst part about it was that his form was like impeccable. Like, you actually could have made a tutorial video of this dude and just have him going.
It's a workout video where they're showing form and they never address the noises that the athlete in the video is making. Because what we're trying to get is, if you look right here, that's the kind of motion we're looking for.
And it was like,
It's just in the guy's trying to talk over it to camera. He's here, in the background.
because to me, this is I guess what makes me laugh about it so hard is that his level of grunt was obviously based off the level of weight he was doing.
Right.
So when he was doing hard shoulder presses, he was like, right? But then when he was doing just body, we're talking about body squats, he would be like, and it was my favorite. I was so excited when they would work out because it was so funny. At first I thought they were trolling, and by the third time I was like, oh, this is earnest. Like,
And they both did it? They both made that noise?
The other guy did it less than the main. The main guy did it the most, and he did it the loudest.
Because it'd be great if they both had the exact same noise, and then they look alike, too, and just trading places. Blah, blah.
I'm so glad that we're getting good stuff. I have a very bad feeling that my battery's about to die. So
on your camera?
it'll be less for you to edit,
but it does mean we may not have a full video episode because
Is it giving the battery sign right now, or
it's giving the battery sign, and I charged it, and it wasn't full, but it was on like 2 bars, and it's only been 30 minutes.
is it giving you the battery sign, or is it flashing the little red one for the card, meaning it's recording?
No, it's flashing the battery red and white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we'll take it till it goes, but yeah, I'll just keep talking. Because
I'm wondering too if we want
plenty of good stuff for video. But yeah, so anyway, I love when there's a movement in the gym, or there's just a certain like exertion that's just not regular, because these exercises are not new. There's rarely new equipment, and even when there is, it's new equipment helping you do an old exercise.
Right. Yeah.
So I used to love the guys who came in with the respirators before COVID. Do you remember those dudes who would come in with the oxygen mask?
I mean, I've seen guys in oxygen masks. Josh, I don't go to the gym, bud.
Yeah, but I just mean
the time you've known me, I don't go to the gym.
Yeah, I just mean if you've seen it in passing, I know you don't go.
Oxygen tanks? Yeah, I've seen.
No, not oxygen tanks. The little mask.
Oh, like the white mask, or like
kind of like it'll be the mask with the 2 circles on either side.
Okay, like an old ventilation mask kind of thing.
Yeah, and people would work out in those, and it was always funny to watch because they were trying to mimic working out in altitude, I guess.
Oh, is that the point of that?
I believe so, and it's so funny because it.
Yep, that's your camera turning off.
Yeah.
Well, Josh's camera turned off. We're going to finish the episode, so hey, something's going to happen video-wise.
That's so funny. Okay. So yeah, you would just see a guy in like a respirator or something, and and every once in a while you would see a guy who's like really slowing down. Like this was a bad idea. He should not be doing this. He's not like. It's not that he's not fit. There's just a level of fitness for what you want to do versus where you are.
Right. Yeah.
And he's not at that place where he can run on the treadmill for an hour in that respirator. It's just not happening.
Right.
And so you would see him just like really contemplating his life, but with the mask still on. Like this whole thing probably seems like less of an issue since we've lived in COVID and have watched people have emotions with the mask on. But the first time I ever saw someone have like a full-on breakdown, I was in a mask. I was in a gym, and this dude was just like huffing and puffing, but walking back and forth with his hands on his hips, but refused to take the mask off. But was just like,
this was pre-COVID. You said
this is pre-COVID. So,
okay.
So my man does look crazy.
Yeah, it's people like that too. Like you look around, we can't all be training for something. We all can't be training for some sort of life-changing journey we're about to go on. And it seems like that's what some are trying to do. Of like, I gotta be ready to run a mountain, maybe.
I'll do you one better. Better. Most of us shouldn't be training for anything.
Yeah, that's the flip side of it. Most of us just should not be. Yeah.
Because this is the thing. A lot of people mistake what good longevity exercise is. It's very little of it is lifting, actually. You need to be active to the point where you're walking every day, and you need to be moving for yourself when it's necessary. So you going, like, I think that New York keeps people just by virtue of what it takes to live here. I think New York actually does help you stay healthy if you decide to walk instead of Uber and bus everywhere.
Well,
that alone
when I was
is
there,
doing like wonders for you.
When I was there and we talked about how hot it was, I think I lost like 7 pounds just from like purely walking around and sweating my ass off.
Yeah,
and then the agility too, because remember that last day, New York threw a few rats and roaches at me, so we kind of have to stay quick.
Yeah, because
It
honestly,
happened twice on the way home. A rat ran through my feet, which is like fine, but it's startling once. Twice, you kind of go like, really?
yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that thing, oof. When you have to just like get somewhere on foot that you don't even care to be, that really makes you take your time when you're walking, and I think that just that alone is really good exercise.
Even that, dude. That's what I love too about people that live in New York, and you do it a lot, where it's like you're even trying to praise it for something, and you're like, yeah, but then you gotta walk, and you don't even want to be there. Every statement always has this layer of being like, and also like, what's even the point and why? But New York. This is wildly off topic. I mean, I guess not. It's about staying limber, staying loose. But this might only be interesting to you and not our listeners at all. But Maddie caught a possum the other night.
So your dog, that is how old?
She turns 12 this week.
So your dog that is 12 years old this week caught a possum.
Bro, I was proud of her. She's never caught anything.
It caught a possum that I'm assuming was agile.
It was a small possum. Like, it was small and like thin. I actually thought I saw at one point, there was a quick second in my head where I'm like, is that a ferret? Because I've never seen one so long and like black before. But it was definitely a possum because I saw it had the tail and it wasn't a rat. And then she went right to it. She had it. She knew where it was gonna be. I'm really proud of her. She's a shit hunter for a hound. So she was ready. She bolted, cut it off, and it was in her mouth with one grab, and then it did the full like possum like play dead thing. It was really, honestly too. I'm gonna critique this possum's performance, hamming it up a little bit. It was a bit much.
Do you think if possum...
It had its mouth open and its tongue out. It was going, bah, and I'm like, all right.
Do you think if possums could talk, they'd be like, oh, you got me. I have been murdered.
Ooh, oh, you got me. The light. Oh, no, I see my grandma.
Oh, I'm so dead. Ooh. Oh, you done killed me. Ooh.
And she was, I think Maddie was surprised she caught it because I like yelled, I was like, Maddie, drop it. And she kind of looked at me like, I don't know what to do now. She just had it in her mouth looking at me. And then she dropped it and I dragged her in. And then once I closed the door, I saw the possum get up. I'm like, ugh, and then like walk out of the yard.
Dude,
that's the part that grossed you out the most was the possum walking away.
Yeah, that was...
What do you think was going to happen next?
I hadn't prepared myself for that part.
For the thought of a possum walking? Okay, interesting.
So over the weekend, I was in Ojai, California, with Sally and her parents and everything. And in the middle of the night, I went to the bathroom. And in the bathroom, while I was on the toilet, just trying to, do my natural thing, a spider.
Trying to do my natural thing.
A spider that just had two mini legs. Okay, a spider with
more than the regular 8
out of its legs. Yeah, like this,
a 15-legged spider came out.
This spider had a fat old ass, which to me reads as poison.
You're probably not wrong.
Yeah, so I just like immediately grab a towel and stomp the shit out of it, Right. I'm just stomp, right? I move the towel. This is all while I'm still on the toilet. Like I'm not standing up or anything, right?
Right.
And so I can barely even reach it. I'm like extending my leg to stomp it. And then I move the towel and it's all crumbled,
So you're standing on the toilet but stomping down at it. Raining down from above is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just trying to...
Yeah.
That was... Yeah.
And so then I move the towel, and it's doing its all crunchy, like I've been through a blender stance, whatever, right? And then I think it's dead. I'm still in the toilet, so I can't do anything about it at the moment. And
Yeah.
I genuinely almost screamed though, because I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm almost done, and as I'm about to like stand up, it fully just extends all of its legs and runs away. And
Wow.
like, I was ready to throw up. Because if you've ever watched a spider come back to life, you know how disgusting it looks. Like, it stayed in that crumpled position because it thought, okay, if I stay like this, maybe they'll leave me alone. And he was right.
Yeah.
Then I go have a great day. We went on a hike. It was beautiful. We saw some oranges along the way that were like truly like so ripe that they were falling off the tree. Incredibly sweet. We ate a couple of them, and then we went into town, had a great brunch, and just like had a really, really nice day. Then that night, I go to the bathroom again, and I'm pretty regular. I don't want to brag, but I go to the bathroom again. And as I'm on the toilet...
Shut the fuck up. That hit me in waves of you bragging about being regular. Alright, go ahead. What happened?
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a great thing.
Yeah, it means your life
Some
is
people
in
aren't
order.
that way. Yeah.
So anyway,
My girlfriend's jealous of me. I'm more regular. She's called me out. She's like you got your times in the day. I go, yes, I do.
yeah. And so
It's called training.
Ugh.
Huh? Come on. It's called aspiring to greatness.
Oh God. Okay. So anyway, I go to the bathroom again, and I'm in the same position, just vulnerable. Okay, pants down, knees up. All right.
That's the way I like to fuck.
And so
You said it in the perfect rhythm. I couldn't help but say it.
what I can only assume is the same spider comes from under this set of like drawers that are in the bathroom, and I'm like, he's asking to be murdered now. Like now he's actually asking. So I laid a trap. I dropped a washcloth on the floor and let him walk on it, and then I threw the towel over, and then I stomped it, because now there's nothing flat for him to weasel around with. He can't like shimmy and everything. He's between two textured surfaces that are going to be smushed together. So now I got him right in my mind. Now he's done.
But what's that? He's behind you with a gun.
And so then I stop. I finish using the bathroom. I stand up, right? I check again. I check, very regular amount of time. I'm not a freak. I check again, and he's still there. I then go, and this is my fault. I did this to myself, okay? This is not a good thing that I did. But just out of the fact that he defied me once, and then I lost him, and now I got him again, and I laid a trap for him. I think it's Macho Man Randy Savage's People's Elbow, right?
People's Elbow is The Rock, but Randy Savage did the Flying Elbow. The atomic elbow.
I'll show you what I did, and you tell me who it belongs to. Okay, I went ahead and I slapped.
I'll just send you two elbow moves.
I slapped the elbow, and I did a little jump, and I came down as best as I could. The problem is when I went to
that hurts when you do it.
When I went
on the floor.
When I went to come down in the bathroom, I slipped on a different towel, and so I almost I nearly put my elbow through the wall. 'Cause because as I was coming down, it just threw my trajectory off. Like now I'm falling, but I'm more falling towards the wall. And when I went to, I didn't try it again. When I went to move the towel, the spider was gone.
Okay. I got a few things we need to just go back through and just touch on.
Go ahead and shoot.
Okay. So you genuinely decided to drop an elbow on the spider.
I already killed him. Now it's time to insult him.
And you thought, like, this won't go wrong.
I thought there was no room in the bathroom.
But you're still going to come down, like, the flat floor with your elbow. It's not going to feel great.
Yeah, but I'm going to land on rugs and towels.
Okay. All right. Fair. Okay, fair. But then
I should point out there was a big rug in the bathroom.
That's still okay. I'm still like, you're lucky you didn't like fracture your fucking elbow just dropping it on the flat floor.
I was gonna hit him
in the bathroom.
I was gonna hit him with more tricep meat than elbow.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you're really trying to do a stunt fall. I get it. I gotcha. But then ultimately, the spider did escape. And so now you're just showboating.
I mean, I don't know why that's such a arc of the story.
I'm just saying the spider has bested you twice now. And you got so cocky you were about to do a celebratory elbow drop after it. That would be like if when The Rock does the people's elbow and he like pulls off the shoulder pad and does like the thing, he's not realizing the wrestler is slowly crawling away. Until he drops the elbow and he's like, oh, damn it, they left. I didn't look.
I guess it would be like that.
Yep.
How about we open the mailbag?
No, you don't get to just pull that ripcord on me. You know the story you just told. Fine, we can open the mailbag if you want. Let's see here. I wasn't prepared. Let me open it up. All right, this first one here, this one is from Ivana, and the title of it says, how do I get in the mailbag? And then the body says, yay, please help, thanks. Hey, you've done it.
Your wish was granted.
You got in the mailbag. That's how you do it. You email joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. So send away, Ivana. You've done it.
That's so funny.
Congrats. I love that. Because it's also like the way to do it, and they nailed it. So
Ivana killed it.
it's perfect. All right. This next one here, this is from Daniel, and I figured this one's on topic because it's called Puking at the Gym. And we just had stories of gym craziness and unfortunate bathroom craziness with your spider fight. So, let's see. This is from Daniel. Hey, Josh and Logan. Over the past year or so, I have discovered Josh's stand-up and really enjoyed all that I could find on the internet. When I found out that y'all were hosting your own podcast, I knew I had to check it out. Since listening in for the first time, I have been listening to you all every day and have thoroughly enjoyed each episode since. I particularly enjoyed the episode Say Something Dummy, partly because of the ridiculous story, but also because Logan's infectious laugh. Great stuff. That one, I really got broke in that one. So, but also, if they just recently discovered the show, I think that was episode 99, wasn't it? Like,
I think so.
God damn. Just, God, some of y'all are amazing. Just the way you sprint through, like I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to share a story with you that I think you might get some amusement out of. My whole life, I grew up overweight and very insecure about my body. I was never proud of how I looked or felt, and in the summer of 2018, I decided that I was going to change that once and for all before I started college. I decided to join a gym, and one of my best friends, who had been working out consistently for a few years at this point, Prior to this, I had never had any official weight training or gym experience in my life. However, I did play sports for most of my life, so I was not entirely unsure of myself when I first walked into the gym. However, where I was a total novice was in the kitchen. For most of my life, I had the diet of a middle schooler. Pizza rolls, fudge rounds, potato chips, and that good southern cooking is what I grew up on. This was also the food that I ate when I first initially started working out. I bought every kind of supplement that I could get my hands on, protein powders, pre-workout, BCAAs, you name it, I bought it. You might now be able to see where this story is going, but if not, I promise I will arrive to the point soon. I love a pre-story tease. You might see where this is going. If you don't, I'll tell you. One day I decided that I wanted to go to the gym to work out. However, I was hungry at the time, and I was not about to go to the gym on an empty stomach. Lucky me, my family had ordered pizza the night prior, so there had been plenty of leftover pizza for me to eat. So I regretfully ate more pizza than I should have, guzzled down my pre-workout concoction, and headed to the gym. On the way to the gym, I began to feel an uneasiness in my stomach, but I was filled with #brotivation. Thank you, and was not about to be stopped by a little bit of a tummy ache. Once arriving to the gym, Once arriving to the gym, I decide that it is time to do some back exercises. So like any other gym bro, I sat down at the rowing machine to start my beginning sets. I should also note two things at this point. One, I arrive at the gym around 6 p.m., which is the absolute rush hour for the gym. There were people everywhere, and I was practically shoulder to shoulder with everyone in the gym. Two, the rowing machine I was using was in the literal middle of the gym, which meant that I was surrounded by people and mirrors on all sides. Okay. All right, back to the story. I think he's putting that like out of game, in game. So I sit down to begin my sets, and my stomach is feeling uneasy. I complete set 1, no big deal. However, set 2 is a different story. As I am performing my second set, I can feel the unholy mix of pre-workout and pizza, and my stomach begin to return to the surface. Stricken with fear of what was about to happen, I panic and freeze. Then the unthinkable happened. I puked onto the rowing machine in the middle of the gym during the middle of rush hour. I sat there in the middle of the gym with the nastiest mix of stomach acid, pizza, and pre-workout you have ever seen, just sitting on the rowing machine. That sounds like it would look like the slime from Ghostbusters 2.
It also would be, so, because it's a rowing machine, it'd be so funny if he slid back while it happened.
Oh, it like fell off the back of it. Like, ah! Pushed him. In this moment, my fight or flight instinct kicked in, and I fought everyone there. No, that's not what happens. But that would be, I just started throwing punches. No, I immediately ran towards the paper towel station. I ripped off some paper towels, frantically cleaned up my puke, and then sat to finish my set and work out like nothing happened. That's a bold move. Well, this is normal. That's how it goes. If that doesn't happen to you, you're doing it wrong. To this day, I can't believe that I did not just get up and leave in humiliation of the fact that I just puked in the middle of the busiest gym in town, but for some reason, I was compelled to complete my workout. I hope you enjoyed the story of me being slightly humiliated in public. I still get a kick out of this to this day. Life is funny, isn't it?
What a beautiful, chaotic ending.
Anyways, thanks for all you do. Keep up the good work. Take care, Daniel. There's also some PSs here. Do you want me to read those?
Yeah, please.
P.S. I live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and would love to see y'all perform stand-up here someday. Don't know if my city has ever been on the radar, but I'd love to put our name in the running for future shows just in case you guys are ever feeling up to it. I mean, half show will travel is usually our deal, but...
Yeah, right.
You know, a little bit. So Chattanooga, probably not out of range. PSS... that's post-script. It'd be PPS, right? Post-script.
Yeah, PPS.
I mean, not meaning to correct. I read it and then my brain got stuck of being like, that's not...
You don't have to explain yourself. You're doing great.
Hey, thanks, buddy. That's the most supportive he's ever been to me on the show. That's the nicest Josh has ever been to me. And his camera's not working, so I was doing video evidence of it now. Damn it.
Yeah, there'll be a cartoon, though.
I also come from a small town like Josh, and growing up, we also had a firework man. Our firework man also operated out of an 18-wheeler container with awnings cut into it like the one Josh mentioned that he purchased fireworks from in episode 101, the Louisiana Avengers. My firework man left his firework container in the parking lot of our grocery store year-round, and it would open up in July. Oh, wow, so a year-round... That truly is then just a spirit Halloween. Like it opens for the 1 month and then just sits empty.
100%.
Glad to hear that I'm not the only one who grew up with a small town with a local firework man. Maybe my town was just too small to even have a firework man. Maybe you guys were big small towns. We didn't even have a fireworks industry in my hometown.
Yeah, imagine being a little city slicker.
Yeah, that's probably good, huh?
Yeah.
We're just going a little short on this one, but...
Thanks so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, Josh Johnson on Twitter, Josh J Comedy on Facebook, and Josh Johnson Comedy on TikTok and YouTube, where we're going to be posting clips and full videos of the show. And if you're looking for Logan...
You can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen, and if you want to get in the mailbag like those people there, you can email us, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com, or you can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, which we also like to read in the air. And I just had some sent to me, actually, from our Canadian iTunes reviews.
Oh, wow.
Our buddy D sent me a couple, so maybe we'll have to read, now that I have some international iTunes reviews, maybe we'll read some next time.
Yeah, please.
And you can also, what's the next thing I say? It's about the Patreon. That's what it is. So if you join our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show, we have bonus podcasts there, bonus video stuff, and access to past virtual live shows, full replays at a certain level, which we'll probably be doing one of those here soon. We'll be posting. We haven't scheduled that yet.
Yeah.
The next virtual show, what we're going to do it again this month.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Keep an eye out for that. Follow us on all those socials to get those details.
Come on through and watch yourself when you work out. Be your own spotter, you know? Be careful.
Be your own spotter. Now that's kind of inspirational. I like that. And it can be taken either way. Like be your own spotter at the gym. Be your own emotional spotter. You know, take care of you. Be your own heart spotter. Heart spot doesn't sound good. That sounds like something that'll kill you.
Yeah, that sounds really bad.
Yeah. Ooh, you got a heart spotter. Ooh. Killing him. One of that killed my uncles.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, heart spotter seems like it'll do you in.
Yeah. That's the Widowmaker. The old heart spotter. It's hard to say quick, too. I'm just going to see how long I can drag out this. Because I have a heart spot. Yeah, the heart spot's really... Yes, slurred speech is the first sign of a heart spotter. Well, all right. I'm going to call my doctor. Thanks for listening.
I'm very happy to be here and not at home in New York where I live, because I don't know if you heard, but New York City had an earthquake today, which, you know, would be terrifying if it wasn't already New York City. There's so much happening in New York all the time. It's fun to think about where everybody was during that earthquake, you know? There's a lot of crime in New York. Somebody was getting robbed during that earthquake. Somebody was in the middle of like, give me everything. Some people were in their apartment shakes. Buildings are so old and decrepit, they're like, I knew it was going to collapse one day. I was just hoping I'd be at work when it did, but it's an odd thing, you know? Maybe somebody is visiting New York. They just got there, very excited. And you know that annoying type of, oh Lord, okay. Not talking about you. It just sounded like so much stuff. Like that, it's clearly more than one plate. Oh, but maybe somebody just got there and they're very excited. They're like, ooh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get some street food. I'm going to get an authentic New York hot dog. This is going to be amazing. And then an earthquake hits. And then they are covered in hot dog water. It'd honestly be the most New York experience they could have. Another thing, I think enough time has passed that I can talk about it without it being awkward. Like, one of the weirdest things to me about 2020 in general was, you know how there's bunker people? There are people that save up a bunch of money to build a bunker in different types. Some people build a bunker underground. Some people have a different location they're going to go to if things hit the fan and everything. Some people have like a whole site that they've built and stuff. And we've always, for years, for decades, made fun of them, right? It's something that started in the Cold War because they were so sure that the Russians were going to bomb us that they started to make bunkers, and it was a normal thing. Then, as those sort of fears started to disappear a little bit, it became less common. But then there were some people who were still like, guys, something's wrong. Some bad things could happen. So they made bunkers, but then they started making it with, you know, their personal wealth and everything. And we made fun of them all the time, you know? And then 2020 hits, global pandemic that affects everyone in every country. And almost all the bunker people were like, that shit ain't real. But you built in case the whole world. Can I go in the bunker? Oh, man. I've been thinking a lot about just the general power of marketing, of ads and everything. And I don't know about y'all, but I always feel like I'm smarter than ads. Like, I always feel like, that's an ad. I can see it. That's product placement. You can't fool me. You're not going to get me. That's an ad. And I always feel like I'm better than advertising, like I'm above it all. But I do have a bunch of stuff that I don't use, that I don't really remember why I got it. You know? And I think it's something that we need to pay more attention to, just the power of marketing, how influential it is, you know? Like just imagine a world where you work at some sort of agency, right? An ad agency, whatever, some type of marketing agency. And not now, right? Let's go even further back to when people were paying even less attention to ads and they were served less of them every day, right? Let's say you know, 70s, 80s maybe, and you're working at this agency. And you go in one day to work, just any regular day. And let's say you're like co-VP or something like that. You're high up there, right? And then you get into the building and everybody crying. You don't know why. People are walking out with those, you know, those cardboard boxes specifically for when you're fired. Everybody down there shaking, walking about, running out and everything. And you're like, what happened? And no one's even answering you. As you pass by people, you're like, what happened? They're like, oh! You know. And then you get to your office, maybe you share an office with somebody, and so you look at your partner and you're like, hey, what's everybody so upset about? What happened? Right? And then he's devastated. He's like, oh, it's horrible. One of our biggest accounts, top accounts, right?
one of our top accounts, Kool-Aid, that some cult grabbed some Kool-Aid and they put a bunch of cyanide in it. They did like a mass thing. I don't know, the client is freaking out, you know. People may never buy the product again. We don't know what to do. This could be the end for us, because if they close, we close, right? And then you, being the brilliant marketing agent that you are, you stand there in the moment that this is happening, the day that the news has reached your office, and you're like, you know what? Screw it. Let's lean into it. They drank the Kool-Aid. It's just that good. You think about it. Any other product, any other time frame, that product would be done. You know what I mean? Like a bunch of people killed themselves with Snickers. I don't know if we would all be like, you're not you when you're hungry. You know what I mean? That's the power. To this day, even after a tragedy like that, to this day, people be at the barbecue like, pass me some of that red. That's some good stuff, you know? And the thing about it is that on its own, it's not bad, right? On its own, you're just trying to sell something, you're just trying to make a buck, and maybe it's something that people will like. In an ideal world, all the marketing leads the people to what they want anyway, right? But it doesn't always work that way, because we found that the easiest way to make money is to make people feel like they don't have something, to make them feel less. So then if I'm less, maybe this thing will make me more and it'll make me enough, right? Because if we never feel like we're enough, then we always need a little something else, right? And that's how they make money. If you were always content all the time, no one would be able to sell anything to you, you know? And so on its face, it's not bad what they're doing. But when they're all doing it at the same time, and it's most of what you see, when it's ads all the time being like, you're not this, you could be this, you could be better, right? It just starts to make you feel terrible. It starts to make you feel like you don't matter at all. And I hope one takeaway that you have from the show, not just laughing, I hope that you walk away from the show feeling like you matter as a person, right? Because you do. It's very important that you feel like you matter, that you have influence, because you do, right? A world where you think you don't matter terrifies me, because it means that all of the little pieces, all the interactions that you're supposed to be having with other people are going to be missed out on because you think you don't matter, right? Like we all sometimes feel like a little cog, like a little bolt, just in a big piece of machinery, right? Because the bigger picture is bigger than all of us. But you are so important. Even if you feel like you're that little bolt, you're very important. It's not the same without you. I hope you understand that. You're as important as every bolt on the door of a Boeing plane. Because maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe at the factory when they were building the plane, you know, they didn't screw the bolt down all the way, so then the little bolt's like, do I even matter? If they don't care, why should I care? Then mid-flight, it's like, I give up. I don't care. And then the door flies open, you're like, oh! What the hell? Because you're the window seat. And now you got the CEO of Boeing, David Calhoun. It's important to say their names. No, it is. They always just get to move like these faceless people that don't do anything and then get to enjoy them. It's like, no, his name is David Calhoun, and we should all know it and say it and hopefully find him. Just to chat. You know? But no, he's stepping down. And I don't know. I don't like that.
He's stepping down now, and I think that should be illegal. You shouldn't be able to go. You should have to stay until it's fixed. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy that you messed it up. And now you're leaving with a severance package, by the way. With a, you know, articles call it a golden parachute. How ironic. You get to leave, but you messed the whole thing up. You know? And I know he's not fully alone, but he's the lead. You know, when you're the CEO, you're the captain. You know? And he gets to leave? That's crazy. And he gets to leave richer for messing it up. That's mind-blowing. He should have to stay until it's fixed. This should be the last job he's allowed to ever have. Until it's fixed. You know? And if it closes, then no more work for you. And by no more work, I don't mean you get to go off and enjoy. I mean, you will not make another dollar for the rest of your life. You need some stakes to be in the game, you know? Because I had a friend actually take up for the process. I had a friend be like, but Josh, now that he's stepping down, someone good could step in. Someone that cares, someone that could fix the thing. And I'm like, are you brand new? Like, what? In what world is that going to happen? That's so crazy. I told him the same thing I'm going to tell you now. Imagine you're on a flight, right? Middle row, middle seat. You're not having a good life. And you're on this flight, and during the flight, you feel this incredible turbulence. And I'm not talking about those air pockets where you drop a little bit. I'm talking about you're hearing noises you've never heard before. Just like terrifying stuff, all happening at one time. And it's not just like a little bump. You're swinging, you're slamming into things and everything. Those air masks drop down. You know, the ones that definitely don't work. I hate that part of the demonstration so much, by the way. They always put the thing on and everything, and then they're like, the mask may not inflate, but oxygen is still flowing. It's like, that sounds like something you'd say to a dead person. That's one of the craziest things I've ever heard. The mask may not inflate at all, but I promise it's still working, because you won't be able to tell anyone it didn't. Mind blow. No, I swear. You know? But let's say that's happening. You're in it. They're screaming, people crying, people praying, people tearing up and everything. And in the midst of all this turbulence, the cockpit door swings open. And the captain walks out. And the captain doesn't walk out to say, hey, everybody, we have it under control. Please don't panic, right? Captain doesn't come out there to say, look, the PA system broke. I just want to tell you myself, we're all going to make it. We're all going to be okay. I'm going to make sure we make a safe landing, right? The cockpit swings open and the captain comes out to say, I've decided to resign from my position as your captain. It's been an honor, but I can no longer uphold the standard of this plane, and so I will be leaving. Wearing a parachute, by the way. He's wearing a parachute while he's talking to you. He's wearing a parachute while he's talking to you, because I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I know I messed everything up, but I'll be okay, okay? And then he jumps out of the already open door. No, shouldn't be allowed.
When I